Hey everybody, finally back out at the house. Haven't been here in 2 weeks. Feels like it's been a month. 2 weeks ago was when I came out to meet the guy for all the scrap metal. And then I was out of here for almost a week before that. And I did a quick mow job while I was here last time. But we've been getting rain and sun and everything else. And Mother Nature is trying to take the property back already. So I'm gonna have to, I figured I'd have to get out here today and do some heavy mowing. Let's take a look around. Yep. Mother Nature is trying to take back what she had for 17 years or more. Yeah. It's looking green, so that's good. But I'm gonna fire up the mower and get some of this cut back. And maybe tomorrow or the next day I'll get back on construction. Gotta get back to reality. Enough playing. You know, I had my fun. Now I gotta pay the price on playing catch up here. Well, the yard is reclaimed. Get over there cleared. I got down here cleared. I got the main center area. I got that area. That area was a massive bush over there. That was almost all 2 feet deep over there. In that paddock done, and all the way up the side. So we've reclaimed the property. All the way down over there, it was just, you couldn't even get to that shed thing. It was probably 2.5, 3 feet deep over there. So, trying to at least keep the main central areas mowed down. I'm not weed whacking all the edges every time, but at least trying to keep it maintainable, and that'll help some of the grass start growing and kill off some of the weed stuff, hopefully. But yeah, that's gonna be it. And I did down behind the house and over the other side. So good little start. Now I gotta try and clean the mower off because it is absolutely caked with debris. I may even have to leave it outside tonight because there's a lot of trash on this thing. Well, that's it for today's quick little welcome back to the house. Beating all the nights back. I think I still gotta do a little bit out front. But sun's starting to go down. We'll go give Riley some playtime. Well, finally back out at the property. Only probably here for a day or two, and then got another race this weekend, and then hopefully be back out here next week hitting it hard. And Mother Nature is trying to take over. This isn't bad. I mowed some of this, but it's getting pretty bad over there. And out back, you can see it's forest out there. So I'm gonna have to get to mowing again. I guess today's just gonna be spent mowing and weed whacking, trying to reclaim the property. Because look, hey, there's one of those dragonflies. I'd never seen one of those particular ones before. There he is. He's got the squared off wings. Never seen one of those before, and just before I sold my last house, there was one constantly around the yard. It was pretty wild. And I saw another one here. That's cool. So anyway, I'll be working on clearing all this, mowing it back, and making a plan for moving some trailers around and stuff like that. And all out back has been taken over. So I'll probably work on a lot of this, cutting down some of these low-hanging branches and whatnot. Oh well, sorry, zoomed in all the way again. But yeah, I want to take down some of these low-hanging branches and get a bunch of this cleared. So this is a bunch of the stuff you've already seen, but crazy how fast Mother Nature's growing in. The property was abandoned for 17 years, so I fought her back pretty hard over the winter and this spring. So she's still trying to come back. And then I gotta open this trailer. And we got this guy building a nest over here. He doesn't look pretty friendly. And my bee spray is behind that door, so I have to go in the other door, climb across everything to get to the back to get him off of there, so I can open that back door. So I'll start with that, and then got to do some weed whack here. Yeah, I got to fight back some of this. Depending on how today goes, I may try and clearance some of this low-hanging stuff, just so it's less inviting for animals to be around. Yeah, she's all getting overgrown. And then over here, that's like almost all ferns. I almost think that I might want to leave that. I want to cut it back so I can see the rock wall. But, I don't know. We'll see. A lot of dirt washing in from the street. Whole side's cleared. Now that this is clear from how overgrown it was before, all this is washing right down and into the driveway. And then turning it into a mud pit over here. Alright, time to get to it. Fight some bees, and then spray a bunch of tick spray on me, and get to mowing and weed whacking. Well, I'm thoroughly covered in weed guts, and That's all cleared. That's all cleared. That's all cleared to the other driveway. It's cleared all the way down to the neighbor's driveway. See a lot of the rock wall again finally. That's good. And cleared out some of the stuff I hadn't cleared out in here before. And just heard something pretty big over there. I don't know if it was a tree falling or a bear coming to get me. Cleared some in here. Got a bunch of this chopped down so I can just kind of walk through and I can mow this now. Got all this weed whacked down. This I'm probably going to plow all this back with the loader to get it leveled up and kind of rip everything up. And I'm probably going to put one of the other trailers beside this one. And weed whacked all this. There was some thorn bushes in there that might have been rose bushes. I'm not at the stage of gardening right now, so I just mowed them down. I'm sorry. They'll probably grow back. And I started over here. Got a bunch of this knocked back. And now I'll see if it'll mow everything. This stuff grew a lot in the last couple of weeks. So, wish me luck I can mow all that. I'm gonna get back to it. Well, I am officially covered head to toe, probably can't tell, in weed guts and dead bugs and God knows what else. Hopefully none of it was poison ivy or anything like that, but some of it feels itchy, probably just because it was whipping me. So I'm going to take a break, I'm going to rinse myself off, get some Gatorade in me, some water on me, and then I'm going to go mow the way back, see how that goes. Well, that's enough of that for today. That bird over there? Sounds like a little baby crying. Ooh. Maybe a cat crying. Weird. But anyway, I have the back mowed, little path over here mowed, this whole center area here mowed. It's amazing how well the grass is coming in, although all this was all, pretty much all vines and thorns. This whole area. But knock that down and the grass came back in. This side over here, this side's kind of like a wasteland. Not much is coming in here, but weeds, so I keep going all in here and over there. And I should have done more work to get cleared to the corners. Like there's some steel in here that I wasn't able to mow near, and I didn't follow through and get it dug out, so now that's just there until next spring and whatnot. And next week I'll weed whack all around all the paddocks and stuff, and these, and get these done. And yeah, and that's it, whole area in here. And then there's some sort of post laying on the ground right here, as usual. There's a chunk of chain attached to it. It's just chains and horse bridles and stuff everywhere here. But yeah, and then I got the other side over here. It's all down along the back of the garage, the back of the house. That's all weed whacked and mowed. And then this is a disaster. This still has some stray roots and vines and trash and blocks and stuff like that, so this never got totally cleared. And then there's some bunch of vines I'd thrown here and hadn't moved them, so I got to weed whack in here, extract all those vines and get those thrown out back. But I really want to weed whack around all this stuff, even though all this is coming down eventually. I just want to keep the weeds from growing. And then all around this thing, whatever it is, or stable, I guess we'll call it. It's not a barn. Doesn't seem tall enough to be a barn. And I never got all the trash out from over there, so I think that's going to be a next spring thing at this point, because that's growing in pretty heavy back there. Maybe if I get ambitious within the next week or so, before it gets too grown in, maybe I'll get back there and get some of the bulk anyway. Got this all mowed, got it all mowed all the way up there. And this is all like down trees and to drop off to the neighbor's property, so I can't really mow that. But this was all out of control back here, so that's all weed whacked and mowed. And this is the area that's kind of turning into a wasteland. I'll probably brave it and weed whack that probably within a couple of weeks. But we're getting there, and I still got to weed whack all that stuff. But I'm done getting whipped today, so I'm gonna call that for a decent afternoon's work and get the old faithful here all cleaned up and put away and everything else. Start working my way north. Now I gotta go get the race car ready. I gotta do a little bit more work to it and test it, and then hopefully Saturday be racing it a couple miles up the street. Keep your fingers crossed for me. Thanks again for watching. So I was out here weed whacking and all that stuff, and I hadn't seen Claire in a while. Found her. Mosquitoes are out wicked bit. Claire's like, hands up in the air. She's like, "What's up?" I'm in the tree. Mosquitoes coming out wicked bad right now. But yeah, found Claire. She's been missing for like a couple of weeks. I don't know if she's been there the whole time. But also I was walking by the dumpster. Doll pieces embedded in the ground. And then I was mowing this area over here. I'd cut down some vines and stuff like that. And sorry, getting attacked by mosquitoes here. Up front here. Come on. There's another mound of shingles in the ground over here, right beside the edge of the driveway. Didn't even know that was there before. And then, just the final wrap up. This side of the street all cleared up. Cleared up on that side. Not beautiful. Way better than it was when I came here. This place is looking almost like, not quite as bad, but it was looking bad. Like, it was definitely falling back in the classification of an abandoned building. So, well, I am running from these mosquitoes. And again, hope you guys all have a good night. Thanks again for watching. I know this one wasn't very exciting, but thanks anyway.